What's going on, guys? It's Halloween Vids, and today I'll be doing a video showcasing the entire Five Nights at Freddy's Funko plush line. Alright, well, without further ado, let's get into the video. I know this is a little bit different. Usually you see my animatronic videos or Spirit Halloween videos, etc. But given the new year, 2025, and the announcement that Funko has lost some of the licensing to Five Nights at Freddy's, so it is likely that we will never see a new 6-inch Five Nights at Freddy's Funko plush. I thought I would show a video, or create a video, showcasing the entire Five Nights at Freddy's lineup of 6-inch plushies. That's right. Since 2016, I have been collecting all the Five Nights at Freddy's Funko plushies, and a matter of fact, I do in fact have the entire Five Nights at Freddy's collection. There, as you can see, are a lot of plushies. In this video, I will just showcase each individual wave in order of which they were released, and I'll just give you a little bit of a detailed description of each plushie and maybe any trivia alongside that. But yeah, I really hope you're going to enjoy this video. Definitely a unique video that you have seen on the channel. But let's get started with Wave 1 in 2016. Honestly, it sounds so surreal to say, but yeah, 2016, 9 years ago is when Funko started releasing the Five Nights at Freddy's plushies. Five Nights at Freddy's was released in 2014, and 2 years after the release, due to the popularity and hype around the game, Funko started to create a mass line of merchandise that is still being created to this day of Funko products, including action figures. Well, action figures were probably one of the most popular, alongside the plushies, which in my opinion was probably the most popular line. Funko Pops, literally anything. We've gotten things from race cars, Funko Pop plushies, mystery minis, just to name a few. I mean, literally, it felt like anything that could possibly be made as merchandise, Funko was slapping Five Nights at Freddy's on it. And in 2016, we got our very first wave of plushies. And starting that wave off, we have Freddy Fazbear. So each one of these individual plushies was roughly 6 inches tall. And they were known for being a notorious Funko soft plush. Funko was known for having very soft plushies, and they did not disappoint with the Five Nights at Freddy's. Unlike Sanchi, what stood out for the Five Nights at Freddy's plushies produced by Funko is that they were made in mass retail store. Well, not made. They were sold in retail stores nationwide. They were available to buy at stores such as Walmart, where they first started to appear, as well as literally anywhere that you could buy video game merchandise, such as Target, GameStop, FYE, Hot Topic. They were literally everywhere. And Toys R Us, rest in peace. But yeah, starting off here, we have Freddy Fazbear. Just a really solid plush. What also was the appeal to the Five Nights at Freddy's plushies made by Funko was their very, very affordable price. They were only anywhere between $9.99 when they first came out, up to anywhere between $9.99 and $20 for the 16-inch, excuse me, for the 6-inch plushies. Anyways, up next here, we have Bonnie. He was actually my first ever plushie to get. I got him from Walmart back in 2016. But he is a very solid plush. Again, they weren't the most game-accurate plushies. As I'm sure you know, the original Bonnie plush from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 had a gap between his ears and everything, but we're not getting into those details. These were affordable plushies that you were able to buy, able to collect, and they were really just great. All right, next we have Chica. Chica the chicken. Definitely the least game-accurate of the bunch. But still, again, you got to remember there was that affordability. That was a huge appeal for these plushies, as well as just them being everywhere. And I'm someone who really likes to collect things that are all by the same company. So like being able to get all Funko plushies, all the same size, that was a huge appeal for me. Anyways, next here we have Foxy. If I keep yapping, this video is gonna be forever because we do have a lot of plushies. We have Foxy, and then the last of the non-exclusives, we have Funtime Foxy, aka Unmangled Mangle. But yeah, here she is. Funtime Foxy. Gosh, there's no way they're all going to fit on my bed here. But with that said, we did get 3 exclusive plushies. Exclusive plushies were another huge appeal with the Funko waves. It gave that sense of urgency and FOMO when collecting, because you knew these were limited releases and only available at select retailers. Such as right here is the Golden Freddy plush. He was a Walmart exclusive. I was so happy to be able to get this guy when I did, because again, something about especially the earlier plushies and the exclusives, they went up in price drastically and go for hundreds of dollars today. Anyways, the next plushie we have was a GameStop exclusive. Here is a Funtime Freddy. He was another one that I remember being so hyped to get when I saw him at my local GameStop. And then last but not least, we have Shadow Freddy. I was actually never able to pick this guy up at my local Hot Topic. I had to wait a couple years and I ended up asking him for my birthday, and he was a pretty penny. But I am super happy to have this guy in my collection, as he is a very phenomenal plush. But anyways, that wraps up Wave 1. It was the first wave released by Funko, and due to the very high popularity and demand for these plushies, shortly after, in the fall of 2016, we got our second wave of plushies. Alrighty, yep, that is right. Right in time for the holiday season of the fall of 2016, Funko released their second wave of plushies, which included 6 commons and 5 exclusives. To kick off the commons, we have Nightmare Freddy. This is when people noticed Funko or believed Funko to start taking shortcuts with their plushies. I see it not really as taking shortcuts, but simplifying the overall character. Yes, this is not the most detailed Nightmare Freddy, but again, it is a cheap $10 to $15 cute little plush form of him. And to be honest, I think they did an excellent job with him. But yes, here is the first plushie from Wave 2, Nightmare Freddy. Alrighty, up next here we have Nightmare Foxy. He was the other Nightmare common that we got in the set. A very solid plush. Yeah, I do love how his eye patch is coming out too. Something else I'd mention as I'm showcasing these is that this is when people also were starting to realize Funko was missing characters and kind of excluding others. Like, for example, we still have yet to get a Nightmare Chica, and we probably will never see a Nightmare Chica. Like, there are certain characters from each set of games that we just never gotten, or like they were skipped upon, withered animatronics. Anyways, another common here, which is probably one of my favorite plushies that Funko has ever produced, is Toy Chica. I just think she is adorable. I love the feet, I love the face, and the overall design of this plush. A very phenomenal plush. Alrighty, the fourth common we have here is in fact the puppet. Another really solid plush. I love the face. It is so game accurate, and again, they are just very cute with the design of them. Excuse the dog hair on the plushies, by the way. I do have a German short hair pointer, and he loves to shed. Alright, so the last plushie we have from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in this wave, I forgot to mention the Nightmares were Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, we have Mr. Cupcake, which goes along with Toy Chica. Again, I mean, it's the cupcake. Like, you can't go wrong with that. It is a very, very solid plush. Alrighty, lastly, we have Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we have Springtrap. Here is Springtrap. He was the last common that we got in the wave, and he is a phenomenal plush as well. Again, I'm not much of a hater for the plushies. There will be some that you will hear me give my grievances towards, but for the most part, I thoroughly enjoyed 90% of the plushies made by Funko. Alright, anyways, on to the exclusives for Wave 2. We'll kick it off here with the Hot Topic exclusive Toy Bonnie plush from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Again, people hated this guy, but I thought he was adorable. I love his derpy little face. I think he was so cute. People hated on him saying he was derpy, but I kind of thought that was appealing. At least in my opinion, I thought it was just cool, unique. Anyways, as for the Walmart exclusive, we have Mangle here. As opposed to Funtime Foxy, this is Mangle with the silver hands and then the ragged teeth, as well as the missing eye. Alright. Now, our next exclusive here is going to be from Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and it is the only withered plushie we ever saw made by Funko, and that is Withered Foxy here. He was a Target exclusive. Alright. And then for Five Nights at Freddy's 4, we did get 2 exclusive plushies. Kicking it off, we have the Toys R Us exclusive, Toy Bonnie. He was originally a Toys R Us exclusive, although then with the bankruptcy of Toys R Us, he did get sent to other retailers. But I bought him when he was a Toys R Us exclusive, and he did have that Toys R Us exclusive tag. But yeah, he was actually the only Toys R Us exclusive we ever gotten made into a Funko FNAF plush, just because of Toys R Us going bankrupt, unfortunately. Anyways, lastly from Wave 2 here, we have Nightmare Cupcake. My gosh. Wrapping up Wave 2. Honestly, I really love this plushie, probably more than the cupcake plush itself. I just think it is a phenomenal design, and it is just so adorable. All right. Well, again, the line continued to be so successful. The plushies was selling like hotcakes, and in the summer of 2017, we got our third wave. Okay, before I get into this third wave, I do apologize if you hear a background noise of a fan. The fan is on in my room for the vents with the air and the heat and whatnot, so I do apologize for that background noise. All right, let's just get right back into the video. In 2017, Funko released their third wave, which focused primarily on the new game from 2016, Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Kicking off the commons, we have none other than Circus Baby. This is the first time we saw plushies that were outside of your standard plush body with the circle limbs and oval body. We got more of a doll-like plush here with Circus Baby, which does make sense given the female characters and the dresses that they would wear. But anyway, Circus Baby, super cute plush. This was also the first wave where we saw printed on material, which does show cutting corners in my opinion, as I do believe this could have been stitched on, and it does show budget cuts as well, just to make probably cheaper production of the plushies as they were becoming very popular. All right, up next for the commons here, we have Funtime Freddy here. I love the little bonbon we got on there as well. And again, you do see that printed material with the different colors. I do wish they didn't do that. You will see in future waves that some waves have more printed on details than others. But here is Funtime Foxy, a cute plush, or I keep saying Foxy. Funtime Freddy nonetheless. Something else to point out this wave, which I know was another critique from most people, including myself, is the going away from the popping out cute little big eyes to the sewn on eyes. Personally, I do prefer the popping out eyes. I think they are more adorable and more appealing and game accurate. But nonetheless, it was a design choice made by Funko. All right, now this is Funtime Foxy here. Again, we see that printed on material. I do love the added tail. But yeah, that was our third common in the set. As for our fourth here and the last one of the fun times, or whatever you want to call them, the circus animatronics, we have Ballora. Probably my favorite from the four. I do really love the Ballora character, and I think the plushie is adorable and fantastic. Absolutely loved that plush. That was, I remember, being the first one I purchased from the wave. Alrighty, as for the exclusive plushies, oh wait, nope, before I get into those, we do have one more, I guess kind of two. We have the first model of the Ennard with the white eye on the one side. Some people believe this was to be an error because shortly after, well not shortly after, honestly, more like half a year after, we've noticed that, and we were no longer seeing that Ennard in stores. And as a matter of fact, we were rather seeing an Ennard with a black eye that you have here. I will showcase both because I do believe there is enough variation in design to count these as separate plushies. But yeah, we do have those two Ennards. I do prefer the black-eyed Ennard, by the way. All right, well, as for our exclusives, we got 3 exclusives for this set. Kicking off, we have Bonnet, who was a surprise exclusive that we did not know we were getting until she showed up in stores. But I do love this plushie. It's a shame we never saw a full-size Bonbon plush. I do remember there being fake leaks about there being a Bonbon plush, as well as a Yendo. Nonetheless, a very phenomenal plush for Bonnet. Up next here, we have Lolbit, who was a Target exclusive, another phenomenal plush. Honestly, definitely a lot better in design, in my opinion, as to the Funtime Foxy. I just think she is an overall cleaner look and design. And then lastly, probably the most unique exclusive we've ever gotten was the Exotic Butters Hot Topic exclusive. My favorite part about this plushie is, in fact, the removable Exotic Butters. But yeah, that wraps up Wave 3. I really had nothing else much to say about that wave. It was definitely the wave that was really started to show a lot of criticism in the Funko plushies, as we realized that they were starting to cut corners in the printing on of the plushies with like the different designs, as well as the changing in body shapes and the sewn on eyes. Anyways, after this wave, we did get another wave, which honestly, the criticism just gets even worse from there. Alrighty, so later that year, Funko did release another wave. This is when Funko started to do more like just like dropping exclusives, and rather than like them being part of a more consistent wave, they were just dropping exclusives after they were producing more plushies, and there wasn't really a consistency on when they were coming out or what or like how they were coming out, or some were being online only retail exclusives, while others were just being so hard to find you had to like order them from other websites outside of the United States because they were Walmart exclusives, but a lot of Walmarts weren't getting them. But anyways, kicking off this wave, this was probably one of the most controversial waves made by Funko, and that is the Blacklight wave. For this wave, we got 6 commons and then 1 exclusive that came out later. Anyways, as for the commons, we have pink and yellow Freddy. What was so controversial about this wave was the fact that there were still so many characters for Funko to make and animatronics, yet they took the lazy route and just took the popular characters, Foxy, Cupcake, and Freddy, and made them into Blacklight plushies. So we have the pink Freddy, and then we also got pink or blue Freddy here. While I do find these plushies to be cute and unique, unique in that they were black light, it sucked to see these being released rather than new characters that fans were dying to see, such as the Withered and Phantom animatronics. Nonetheless, these do exist, and I do, of course, have them because I am a completionist with the collection. Anyways, we did also get 3 Foxies. We have green Foxy here, then we also have blue Foxy, and then lastly, we have purple Foxy. I'm not going to talk too much about this wave because it really was not that interesting. But yeah. Lastly, here for the wave, we do have green Cupcake. So, again, the consistency was so weird. We got 2 Freddys, 3 Foxies, and 1 Cupcake. This seems to be more like just a quick cash grab for children. Go in, see their favorite character in a store. Ooh, bright colors. I'll grab one of the plushies. But anyways, as I mentioned before with the weird exclusives, we did get a very weird mid-wave drop. I don't believe he ever actually came into stores. He was exclusively for Hot Topic online, and that is the Balloon Boy plush. I remember this guy being so hard to find, selling out so fast on the website. I remember I got him when he restocked, and I was so excited when he finally came. And honestly, I am very happy with this plush. I think he was a step in the right direction. He took the sewn-on eyes and made it work, as well as the doll-like body, and I think he was a phenomenal plush. But yeah, that was the last of what we got for that wave. It was one of a few controversial waves, actually, that we've gotten from Funko, where they just kind of recolor and reskin already made models. But without further ado, let's get on to the next wave, which I'm no longer going to number because it gets very inconsistent now. Alrighty, this next wave we saw was, I believe, to be the only wave that did not include any exclusive plushies, which was a shame because I did love that thrill and adrenaline rush when I found an exclusive plush. Nonetheless, this wave did include 7 plushies, and they were all based on the book series, Five Nights at Freddy's, Silver Eyes, and Twisted Ones. For this wave, we are kicking it off with Twisted Freddy. Again, this wave saw a heavy amount of printed on fabric. As a matter of fact, I believe all the colors were printed on. Like even the brown here, it wasn't just a base color. So this was definitely a very interesting wave in terms of printing on materials. Probably not one of the favorite waves for fans just because of that. It seemed to be more cheaper plushies. And I did notice these plushies not selling as well as other waves in the future and previous. But yep, there's Twisted Freddy. Up next here, we have Twisted Foxy. Another decent plush, I guess. I do think it is unique how they did the mouths open like that. I do like that. I think it was a cool design choice, and it does help these plushies stand out amongst the crowd. I do think that actually might have been a better design choice as opposed to the silver teeth as we've seen in Wave 2. Anyways, we also have Twisted Bonnie here. Another one based off of the books. And then lastly, we have Twisted Chica, who wasn't even in the book, so it's kind of bizarre that we did get Twisted Chica, and we still don't have other Chica, Nightmare Chica, but nonetheless, still a decent plushie at that. Alrighty, and then to wrap off the Twisteds, we have Twisted Wolf, who was a unique character to the books. We've never seen this wolf character again, besides Roxanne Wolf, but that is besides the point. I do love the actual like fur on this plush. I think it was definitely a unique design choice, and honestly, probably one of my favorite plushies from the Twisted line. And then to continue that line, we did get two of Charlie's toys from the book, and that being Stanley. Probably one of the worst Funko plushies, if I'm going to be honest with you. It just does not look that good at all. The wheels are just little pieces of fabric, and like the mouth is just, yeah. Yeah, this plushie was in the clearance bin at most stores. That one, we're just going to set that over there. Although, on the contrary, we have Theodore, who I think is probably the best looking plushie from this line. He just looks really adorable. I love his detailing. I love his little beat up arms and his ear here that was torn. He's just a very phenomenal plush. Definitely probably the best one from the wave. But yeah, that wraps up the Twisted Wave. After the Twisted Wave, we have the very next wave, which is either wave 5 or 6. Honestly, I'm not too sure how you want to number it at these points, if you want to include the Blacklight Wave or not. I'll just be announcing wave by wave in chronological order. Alright, so for this next wave, we saw 7 common plushies and 4 exclusives. And this wave focused primarily on characters from Five Nights at Freddy's 6 Pizzeria Simulator. To kick off this wave, we have Rockstar Freddy. Again, we continue to see the sewn-on eyes. However, we did get away from the printed-on material and back to the sewn-on different colors, which is a very nice thing. The plushies do look to be improving in quality as well as design with these waves. I think Funko was listening to the fans in terms of printing on colors and how we were not the biggest fans of it, so they kind of steered away from that for the most part with these future waves, and this was where we got to see the quality improving again. And I really do like this wave. This wave was a very solid one at that. Anyways, up next here, we have Rockstar Foxy. He was the only other Rockstar we got from the wave. But he's a very cute plush, and I love his little parrot that he has on the side, too. I think that was a really nice added detail. Again, though, you can just see the quality improvements from, like, the sister location and the Twisted Wave with this one with the different sewn-on fabric for the different colors. It just really looks better and cleaner. Alrighty, now, up next here, we have Helpy. A very iconic character from the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. You see him in many games to come, and he is so cute as a plush form. I really do like this guy. Lastly here, before I get into the mediocre melodies, we have Lefty, who in canon is the puppet inside the costume, or the animatronic suit, whatever you want to call him. But I really do like this plush. It is great, and honestly, one of the better ones we've gotten from the wave. There's Lefty. Alrighty, now for the mediocre melodies, we did get 3 common mediocre melodies and then 2 exclusives. To kick off the commons, we have El Chip. I really do like this guy. I think he's hysterical with his sombrero as well as his beaver tail. And he's based off of Scott's game before Five Nights at Freddy's, which I believe was Chippin' something. I don't remember the name of the game, so I'm so sorry. But up next, we have Pig Patch here. Probably my least favorite from the wave. He's just kind of there. Not too special, not too bad either. Again, I'm saying least favorite from the wave, but this was definitely a very solid wave from Funko. A huge improvement from waves in the past. Last, for the common of the mediocre melodies, we have Orville Elephant. Probably one of my favorites from this wave, just because I love his unique design. I love his snout as well as his ears. I think trunk as well as his ears. I think he has a really great design. Alrighty, now kicking off the exclusives, we have our last 2 mediocre melodies, both of which were Walmart exclusives. We have Happy Frog here. We do see some printed on material, but again, not too much. They really did steer away from that with this wave. But we have Happy Frog, and then also Mr. Hippo, who has probably the best after jump scare lines in the Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night. In case you're unfamiliar, he just goes on tangents and is a yappuccino. But yeah, we have those 2 for our Walmart exclusives. Then we had 2 Hot Topic exclusives, which were released later in the wave, that being Candy Cadet, probably the weakest link in the wave, to be honest with you. A lot of printed on material, and just kind of a derpy looking plush. But nonetheless, he's pretty cool. I mean, you can tell he's Candy Cadet, and definitely a unique character that we saw. There were probably other ones they could have done that would have been better as a plush. I think really just the issue with him was that he was hard to turn into a plush. Now, lastly for this wave, oddly enough, we did not get a character from Five Nights at Freddy's 6, but we did get a character that was super hyped by fans, and he was another Hot Topic exclusive, that being Spring Bonnie. Probably one of my favorite plushies from Funko, excuse me, because he just looks phenomenal. I love everything about him. I love his bow tie. I love his buttons. I love his eyelashes. I love his design. He just looks absolutely phenomenal and is a very clean plush. But anyways, that wraps up this wave, and without further ado, let's get into the next. Alrighty, this next wave caused a lot of controversy. As you can tell, there was definitely a lot of controversy and drama with these Five Nights at Freddy's Funko plushies. Just because Funko did some weird things that people thought were weird, including the different color variations of reskins, as well as this, which was releasing plushies and merchandise. They actually released most of the merchandise, excuse me, before the game was even released, due to the game being delayed and whatnot. Funko still went ahead and released the merchandise. That being the merch from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. So in this wave, we did get 5 commons and then 2 exclusives, which actually weren't even from Security Breach. But what caused a lot of controversy with this wave is that you can tell that Funko didn't have full designs and like concept art or whatever of the animatronics, because they were missing key details, especially in the action figures. I actually didn't pick up any of the action figures because I thought they were so bad, because they were not game accurate at all. That mainly being, again, because the game wasn't out yet. We didn't really have a lot of images to go off of this game. But anyways, for this wave, we do have, kicking it off with Rockstar, oh no, my gosh, Rockstar, jeez, it's been a day. Glam Rock Freddy, probably one of my favorite characters from the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. I absolutely love Glam Rock Freddy, but there he is in plushie form. Something else to mention is that these plushies were released with like not the same soft fabric that Funko was known for their plushies. It's a little bit more rough. They did re-release the wave a few months later with that soft material, but when the wave first came out, it was that rough fabric. Anyways, up next here, we have Glam Rock Chica. Probably one of the best from the waves. She is very cute and adorable, and I do love her design. It is actually also important to note that we did see the return of the bulging out eyes with this wave, which was definitely something that was being wanted from fans. Anyways, up next here, we have Roxanne Wolf. Probably one of the derpier ones from the wave. Definitely bizarre. But still, again, the details there, the design's there, the character's there. You can tell who it is. Yeah, I'm running out of room on my bed. Jeez. All right, well, last for the core 4, we have Montgomery Gator. I actually really do like this plush. Montgomery Gator, he's pretty funny in the game. I'm actually a huge fan of that game. Probably one of my favorite games to play from Five Nights at Freddy's. All right, well, lastly here, we do have Vanny for the commons. Not too much else to say about that. We did get 2 exclusives. Again, these were Hot Topic exclusives. And as I mentioned before, this is when we were seeing Hot Topic exclusives that were like online only and very limited release, like selling out almost instantaneously. I remember constantly checking the website daily for them to stock and then buying them as soon as they hit stock, because they would sell out like within like Thanos snaps. Anyways, starting off here, we have Phantom Balloon Boy. I lied, he was the second Phantom we got. But what is different from him, unlike Foxy being that like metallic-y material, he is the same material as the rocks, or the Glam Rocks here. But anyways, I really do like his design. I think his colors are really cool. And there's not too much else to say about him. Just Balloon Boy, but Phantom. Anyways, the last plushie for the exclusive, for Hot Topic, is Security Puppet. I actually am a huge fan of this plush. I love his design. I think it is so cool that Funko decided to give him his little gift box to pop out of, and I just think this plushie is adorable. He is so game accurate and just really a really great design. I love everything about this plushie. But that wraps up that wave. Definitely another one of the more controversial waves made by Funko. But enough yapping. Let's get to the next. Alrighty, so the next wave came out in the spring of the following year. I don't even know what year this is now. Maybe 2020, 2021. Honestly, it was all just a blur. 2022, maybe even. I think it was 2021 though. But anyways, this wave was when we first started to see characters being made from Five Nights at Freddy's Special Delivery, which is the game that no longer exists because it was honestly not that good. It was a Pokemon ripoff. I was not a big fan of the game. But anyways, we did get some unique characters from that game nonetheless, and some really cool plushies, that being as well. But we also did get another bunch of wave of reskins with more Foxies, Freddys, and Cupcake. This was the spring color wave. Again, these were literally just a blacklight plushies, but pastel colors. We have pink pastel Freddy here. We also have blue pastel Freddy here. And then for Foxy, surprise, surprise, we have green pastel Foxy, blue pastel Foxy, and then purple pastel Foxy. And then, oh, look, we had green blacklight Cupcake. Well, then we also had green pastel Cupcake. This was definitely a very lazy wave. However, I am a sucker for the pastel colors. I think they were very cool. I do like pastel colors. But with that being said, we did get 3 plushies from FNAF AR. That being all exclusives. We had 2 Walmart exclusives, being Chocolate Bonnie. He was actually the second one to be released in the set. He came out more towards the summer and spring. A very great plushie. I actually really like this guy. I love how he has his ear bitten off on the top, but a very solid plushie. We also did get Frost Bear. He was actually one that was so hard for me to find, and when I saw him, I like literally just froze in position and just immediately grabbed him. But I really love this plush. I especially love the plaid bow tie. I think it is a very cool design. Anyways, they were both Walmart exclusives, and we did actually get, for the first time, a Funko website exclusive. That being, I guess his name's Candy or Chocolate Freddy. Not too sure. Actually, let me just get a second opinion on that. I do have the list up here. He was known... Oh, actually, I lied. He did not come out in this wave. All right, well, we'll get back to Chocolate Freddy. I mean, I'll show him now, but I'll just show him again real quickly. He actually did not come out in this wave. He came out in the Special Delivery wave. Well, that makes more sense. But yeah, Chocolate Bonnie did come out in this wave, as well as Frost Bear. These were the first 2 AR plushies that we saw. Or, yeah, FNAF AR Special Delivery. Alright, I am completely running out of bedroom. I'm going to start double stacking these. But without further ado, let's get into the next wave. Alright, so up next here, we probably have Funko's smallest wave, being only 5 plushies, 4 commons, and 1 exclusive. Another Walmart exclusive. We seem to have gotten the most Hot Topic and Walmart exclusives from Funko. Anyways, this wave was based off of Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, the VR game, and more particular, The Curse of Dreadbear. For the 4 commons, we have Dreadbear himself, a very great plush. I love the detailing on these plushies. This was a very solid wave from Funko. Probably one of my favorites, just because, again, I love Halloween and FNAF, so, I mean, they match perfectly together. But we also did get Jacko Bonnie, really cool. Also from the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 Halloween update, so it's cool that we did get this guy as a character. And weirdly enough, we got Jacko Chica, but we never got Nightmare Chica. But again, we see that new design with the teeth being the open jaw, which I do think looks better than the silver mouths as we saw back in Wave 2. But yeah, Jacko Chica, a very solid plush. I love how they took the design from Toy Chica and went with that for Chica herself, because I do think it looks better than the original Chica that we saw. Anyways, the last common we got was Grim Foxy. Again, just not too much to say. Looks like Grim Foxy, very solid plush. And then for the Walmart exclusive, probably my favorite plushie from the line, actually, we got Captain Foxy. I think he is adorable. I love his little captain outfit and his hat and his little hook. He's a very, very cute plush. Huge fan of this guy. But yeah, that was a wave that came out in the fall of 2022, maybe? 2021, somewhere around there. I want to say 2022, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, this was the Curse of Dreadbear wave. Alright, I actually lied. This next wave was Funko's, I believe, to be smallest wave, and they were all Hot Topic exclusives. This was also the time we saw the re-release of the Security Breach plushies being the softer material, and these were the Black Light Security Breach plushies. We got 4 in the set. That being Blacklight Glamrock Freddy. Again, I actually like these blacklights more than the others. I think it was cool how they went with the different colors for these, like with the darker, well, not the darker black, but like the black, and then the neon blue. And there's just more color variation with these. I think they just looked cooler. But yeah, we got Blacklight Glamrock Freddy, Glamrock Chica here. Then we also have, again, Roxanne Wolf. And then last but not least, Montgomery Gator. But yeah, I was actually a huge fan of this wave. I know I was just complaining about the reskins, but I did like these designs, and I thought it was super cool. And I honestly didn't know these plushies were coming out until I was at my local Hot Topic, and I found all 4 of them, thank God, because then I just grabbed all 4 of them. But yeah, that was it. Very short wave. Came out around Black Friday for that year. Again, another like holiday thing that Funko did. But that being said, let's go on to the next wave and probably one of their bigger waves. All right, this was definitely a more bizarre wave from Funko because we got more exclusives than commons. This was the main primary special delivery wave. We only had 4 commons, and then we actually had 8 exclusives. So anyways, kicking off the commons here, we have VR Toy Freddy. This was definitely a very unique wave. I mean, these were unique characters from Special Delivery, and we do see the return of that shiny material that I actually am a huge fan of. I think it feels nice on your fingers, that we saw with Phantom Foxy. But yeah, we have VR Toy Freddy. We also have, System Error Bonnie here, or System Error Toy Bonnie, excuse me. People believe that this was a better design for Toy Bonnie. I do kind of have to agree, although I do miss the derpy Toy Bonnie from Wave 2 as well. But we also got High Score Toy Chica. Very similar to the original Toy Chica. I do prefer the original Toy Chica design, although nonetheless, she is still a very cute plush. This wave was super unique, honestly. Didn't know when they were coming out, and then I was actually in the King of Prussia Mall when I found most of them at the GameStop there, and I was so excited to grab them. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, these are new Funko plushies that just came out. But lastly, for the commons here, we have Radioactive Foxy. Definitely unique. Yeah, FNAF AR, it was so weird. It was just reskins of different characters, unique characters. Definitely a very bizarre game at that. Although it was your mobile game that was like your gacha mystery box type of loot, whatever. A lot of rambling on there. But we did get a lot of exclusives. We had 4 Hot Topic exclusives, and these were inverted colors of the 4 I just showed. So yeah, a little bit lazy just being inverted colors, but I do think it was definitely a unique thing. We did not see this recolor before. But yeah, we have inverted VR Toy Freddy. We also have inverted High Score Toy Chica. I actually prefer some of the colors on the inverted more, and definitely on System Error Toy Bonnie here. I think he looks really cool. I actually really like that color scheme. And then inverted Radioactive Foxy. But then we did also have 4 more exclusives, that being the one I showed before, the Funko Chocolate Freddy exclusive. He was only available on the Funko website. And then we had 3 Walmart exclusives that were released sporadically during the year. Kicking off, we have Shamrock Freddy here. Definitely a very cool plush. I really love his design. I love his hat with the little shamrock, as well as his gold chain. I think that's pretty comical as well. We also had, oh gosh, what is this? I want to say his name's, I have to look this one up. This was, all right, so that was Radioactive, I was going to mess it up. That was Radioactive Foxy. This was Live Wire Toy Freddy. Another Walmart exclusive. Definitely a bizarre one. But yeah, pretty cool nonetheless. And then lastly, for the Walmart exclusive and the last plushie of the wave, we have Liberty Chica, who I think is honestly adorable. I love that the torch is actually Cupcake, and I think the book is pretty cool as well. But yeah, that wraps up the wave. Not too much else to say about that. Definitely a very big wave from Funko, as you can see, and it did contain a lot of exclusives. Alright, unfortunately this next wave was yet again just recolors. Again, it was very discouraging to see the constant recoloring, especially when the fans, including myself, wanted to see more characters that were from the games. I mean, there are countless characters in Five Nights at Freddy's, as I'm sure you are aware, and that we still have yet to ever see in plushie form. Nonetheless, this wave was cool because we actually saw redesigns for the original animatronics from Wave 1, except they were in tie-dye form. Kicking off here, we have the redesigned tie-dye Freddy. Very cute. We also have the Bonnie here as well. I do prefer the original Bonnie and Freddy design, although the eyelids are definitely interesting design choices. Now, the one that I do actually prefer heavily more is the design for Chica. It is a night and day difference compared to the original, and we have tie-dye Chica here. I love the bib is just an overall better quality, thicker fabric. Her head is just a better design, and just everything about her is just better, to be honest with you. And then lastly, for the commons, we had tie-dye Foxy. I will say I do like that we didn't get multiple of the same character in this wave, but it still kind of sucks to see that this wave existed. But yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with this wave. It was cool to see the original characters being redesigned, but it sucked that it was just recolors and not new characters. But yeah, there's tie-dye Foxy. And then we did have 2 exclusives in this wave. One actually not being a tie-dye, but they were both Walmart exclusives. First off, here we have the last tie-dye of the set, that being tie-dye Springtrap. Definitely actually probably one of my favorite from the wave, and the least noticeable tie-dye, because he just looks so similar to the original. But definitely a unique one at that. Pretty cool there. And then lastly, for the this wave, we had Frostbite Balloon Boy. Probably one of the coolest ones we've gotten, honestly. I really like this dude from FNAF AR. Really, really solid design. I love the ice picks coming out of his head. And he's just really cool. Definitely a cool character. But yeah, definitely a bizarre wave. Not one that was really popular. I do remember this one not selling very well. These plushies were pretty easy to find because it wasn't something people were too happy about. All right. Oh, I'm actually missing one from this wave. Jeez, I just noticed it over here. We had also tie-dye Funtime Foxy, which I do believe also was an improvement from the original Funtime Foxy. So I'll give it that. But yeah. Sorry about that. She was also a common. So we had 5 commons and 2 exclusives. All right, on to the next. Man, I just keep lying. This next late wave was actually, I believe, to be Funko's smallest wave. Actually, no, it's not. The last wave that I'll be talking about will be Funko's smallest, but that will be the very end. But this wave only contained 3 plushies, and they were all GameStop exclusives. And this was actually known as the Fanverse wave because they were all based on characters from Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. Up first, we have, and again, these are all GameStop exclusives. We have Candy the Cat. I actually am a huge fan of these plushies. It really goes back to the original in terms of quality. We got the popping out eyes, the sewn-on materials for everything, and just very soft characters as well. Like, the plushies are super soft. All right, we have Candy the Cat. We also have, who is that? I'm so sorry, I have to look up these names. We have Pogos the Weasel here. Again, I'm not super familiar with these games, but again, it was really great to see these characters go back to the original quality of the plushies. So yeah, we have Pogos the Weasel. And then last but not least, we have Blake the Badger. These were all GameStop exclusives, and I was able to just get them on GameStop's website because there wasn't such a demand for these, being that they were not Five Nights at Freddy's plushies, but they were instead Fanverse and based off of fan games. But yeah, there were just 3 plushies in that wave, and not too much else to say about that. And they were all GameStop exclusive. Alrighty, now this wave was probably the most bizarre wave, and honestly, this to me marked the point where you can tell Funko was, they knew they were on their way out the door with making Five Nights at Freddy's plushies, as it was a shame, cause I really do love these plushies, and I hope that there is still hope for these to be making more in the future. But anyways, the reason why I say this is kind of where you can tell Funko was on their way out the door is because they kind of just said, screw it, let's just make whatever we feel like it. And they made their own original characters, as well as making some more characters from Special Delivery and Security Breach. Alrighty, so as for the original characters, we have the Balloon Circus characters. Kicking it off, we have Balloon Freddy. Again, these are not from any Five Nights at Freddy's games. They're just Funko's own unique characters based on the characters from Five Nights at Freddy's. We had Balloon Freddy. We also had Balloon Foxy here. I do think these characters are unique. It's honestly just kind of comedical that these exist. But we have them. We also have Circus Freddy here. So we had Balloon Freddy, and we also had Circus Freddy. I do really like the designs of these. I think they are pretty unique. Again, I'm a sucker for circus. As you know, I love clown animatronics. They're my favorite. But we also have Circus Bonnie here. Definitely bizarre. I do like the little bells on top. I think that was a nice little added design. And I do love the necktie and ruffles around him as well. Again, just classic circus design there. Lastly, for this commons in the wave that were Funko's original designs, we have Circus Foxy. But yeah, I like his tail. There's not too much to say about these. Now we did get 2 more commons in this wave. However, they were released later during the wave, and they were kind of their own little thing. That being from Security Breach, we have Sun here. These are honestly some of the best plushies we've gotten from Funko. The detailing on them is phenomenal, and their designs are just really great. I love these characters. We have Sun, and then of course we also have Moon to go along, because when there's Sun, there's also Moon. But yeah, both of these plushies are awesome. I love their designs. They are really phenomenal. And then we did get a couple exclusives in this wave, 2 of which are from FNAF AR, and then another one is another original design. That being Balloon Chica, who was a Walmart exclusive. Again, just not too much to say about that. And we did get 2 more Walmart exclusives, that being characters from FNAF AR. We have Blackheart Bonnie here. Definitely one that was really hard to find. I honestly forget how I ended up buying it, just because, like, I could never find it in my store. I couldn't find most of these plushies in my Walmart, to be frank. I had to order them online off of, like, European websites. But nonetheless, we also got Firework Freddy, who's very funny. I mean, when people come and see my collection and they see this guy, they just kind of crack up laughing. Like, they're like, wait, that exists? I'm like, yeah, it exists. We got Firework Freddy. But yeah, pretty cool. Now this actually does not wrap up Funko's original characters, as the next wave was more original characters by Funko. Although in my opinion, this was cooler because it was based on the holiday and Christmas. Okay, so similarly to the FNAF Curse of Dreadbear wave, this wave only included 5 plushies, 4 commons, and 1 Walmart exclusive. And this was the holiday wave. Honestly, probably one of my favorites, and I think these were Funko's best designs for their original good designs. And I actually am a huge fan of these plushies just because I think they're great for the holidays. I love putting them out on display during the holiday just because I think they're really cute. And honestly, they're very high quality plushies from Funko. Up first here, we have Santa Freddy. I love, again, the quality is great on these plushies. They are so soft. I love the material on the hat. They are just really phenomenal plushies. We have Santa Freddy. We also have Elf Bonnie, who's probably my favorite. He's just so adorable. I love his little hat and his ears bugging out. We also have Snow Chica. Again, just these plushies are adorable. Like, I can't hate them. They're just... It sounds so bad because, I mean, we don't have the withered animatronics, but I can't hate these plushies either. Because we also have Gingerbread Foxy as our 4th and final common. And then for our exclusive, yet another Walmart exclusive, we have Nutcracker Foxy. Again, just adorable. But yeah, that was the holiday wave. I believe they came out on the holiday of 2023, 2022 maybe. I'm not too sure. But anyways, we only have 2 more plushies to talk about in Funko's maybe final wave of the Five Nights at Freddy's plushies. Alrighty. It is so sad, but in the summer of 2024, again, I mean, it was so exciting. It's hard to think that it was been so many years. It being started back in 2016 with Wave 1. But in the summer of 2024, we got to be presumably our last plushies from the Five Nights at Freddy's line in Funko, as it seems to be that they've lost their license to make plushies, and we will no longer see any more of these 6-inch plushies being made or produced by Funko. Nonetheless, we did get 2 in the summer, and they were based on Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, the Ruin update. We have Ruined Sun here. Again, I really do love the design of these plushies. Funko really knocked it out of the park with the design and detailing on them. The Sun and Moon plushies were just really great. So I'm glad that we actually got the Ruined versions as well. And then we also had Ruined Moon. This was the FNAF Ruined wave. We only saw these 2 made in the plushies. And that wraps it up for the Funko plushies. But yeah, there was a lot of Five Nights at Freddy plushies, as you can see. Alrighty, guys, to wrap up nearly 9 years of Five Nights at Freddy's Funko plushies, the year is 2025. They have made 116 plushies in their line and time with Five Nights at Freddy's and Scott Cawthon. It really sucks. I mean, I hope Funko can continue to make plushies somehow in the future. If they don't, though, it was a really great time collecting these. And it was honestly, it just brings me back to my childhood and middle school and high school, and even now, just collecting these. I mean, it was honestly such a great time. I love each and every one of these plushies. Yes, I have my hate towards some more than others. I like some more than others, and some of them I wish they kind of didn't make, and others I wish they made. But yeah, I mean, I really hope you guys enjoyed this different video on the channel. Tell me which Five Nights at Freddy's plushie is your favorite out of Funko. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. You're going to get more animatronic videos on my channel. This was just something I wanted to make in homage to my Five Nights at Freddy's plush collection and perhaps the conclusion of it. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, see ya.